Hi, it's Friday afternoon again, and here we are with more new books. Today we have a couple of biographies, a couple of histories, and one novel. That's going to be a good one. Let's start with Anne Lamott's new book, Dusk, Night, Dawn on Revival and Courage. Anne Lamott, those of us who have been reading Anne Lamott for years are just pleased to know that she has another book. It's lovely to hear what she has to say on this subject, on revival and courage in this time, especially this time of COVID. She brings us through her own dark times and our dark times, and shows how it can be done. Anne Lamott. Here's the fiction. We'll go right to Russell Banks. Russell Banks has a new book of fiction, Foregone, about a draft evader who moved to Canada during the Vietnam War, and now in his late 70s, as so many of us are. But this character is dying of cancer, and before he dies, he's a filmmaker, and one of his star students is going to make a film of his life and tell the truth. There you go, Russell Banks telling the truth. Russell Banks is just, if you like Russell Banks, here we got a new Russell Banks for you. Walter Isaacson, the great biographer, the great history teller, Codebreaker, Jennifer Doudney, and Gene Editing and the Future of the Human Race. Jennifer Doudney was a young child, discovered James Watson because her dad left a copy of the Double Helix lying around, and now she's a microbiologist and helping to to do gene editing and find cures like the vaccine that is going to help us get through COVID. The Codebreaker, Walter Isaacson's new book. Oh, here's who remembers the Barbizon Hotel? The Barbizon, what was it, East 30, somewhere in the East 30s. The Barbizon Hotel, the hotel that set women free. If you do know about the Barbizon, come in, we'll talk about it. If you don't know about the Barbizon, come to the front door and we'll talk about it. This is a real live person, Anne St. Marie, in the summer of 1955. Iconic, the Barbizon Hotel. Speaking of iconic, here's Gabriel Byrne, his new memoir, Walking with Ghosts, and everybody is loving this book. This is an Irish actor, and he's an Irish storyteller too, apparently. Walking with Ghosts, I haven't read it yet, I've just dipped into it, and it looks like it wants to get more than a dip. And the last two I want to talk about, I don't have the other copy here, but the good American Robert Kaplan. Robert Kaplan is going to be giving a talk on this book, on the good American Bob Gersony, the State Department, what do you call it? He's the greatest humanitarian in U.S. history. State Department, what's the word? Anyway, listen to Robert Kaplan on Sunday at the Stockbridge Library, and we have the books, and we'll get Bob to sign some for you as well. And the other one, I don't have a copy of it here, if you don't have it in yet, is Laura Tupper's new book, Amphibians, a collection of short stories. Laura and I will be in conversation in a little over a week at the Beckett Library by Zoom. We'll talk about that again next week. Till then, thanks.